Tonight on The Five Show, we look at care and maintenance of the elderly.
It's more of a sacrifice, but because they are our parents.
Are we obligated by law to support our parents?
What if the parents has been really horrible?
Who is responsible and to what extent?
If you're single, you've got no responsibilities, you've got no family, you are the natural one that they will shove the parents on.
Plus shocking scenes of a poor abused old lady. All this and more on The Five Show. Please welcome your hosts for tonight, Yasmin Cheng and your nosy but helpful neighborhood uncle, Teo Senang.
Ayah,
Oh, careful, Uncle Teo.
I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
All right. Hello, and welcome to The Five Show.
Welcome. Yes, I'm very glad that we're doing tonight's topic.
Yeah, I can imagine because it's something very close to your heart.
Huh? Who said? The doctor said my heart is A1. I just went to the polyclinic. You can go there and check. No, tonight's topic is not about my heart. It's about taking care of old people.
Well, Uncle Teo, that's what I meant.
Ayah, then why don't you say so?
Never mind.
Hey, I have a secret to share. Come closer. Closer. Not so close. Go away. Okay, better. My friend's ex-neighbor's uncle, poor thing, he had soft-boiled eggs and teh-o at the kopitiam near his flat. Then, for 3 days, that's all he ate and drank. And at night, he slept in the void deck. You know why? Because his family moved to another country and left him behind. Sad, right?
Oh my goodness, Uncle Teo, that's terrible. And that is why we need tonight's topic. Now, according to the Department of Statistics, in 2014, the percentage of citizens aged 65 and above was 12.4% of the population. And by 2030, the percentage will be about 19%.
Wow, yes, your maths is very good, huh? That means we will have about 900,000 senior citizens like me by 2030. My math's also very good.
I was just about to say that. Exactly. Singapore is an aging society, and inevitably, more and more problems concerning maintenance and care of our senior citizens will crop up.
This block of flats may look like any other, but for over 136 elderly persons who are on public assistance or have no family or means of financial support, it spells home. Each elderly resident is in charge of his or her own one-room unit, as well as daily living needs. And the Seniors Activities Centre below provides them with recreational and social activities, as well as exercise sessions. You could say these folks are the fortunate ones. They at least have a place to stay, people to take care of them, and activities to occupy them. Others aren't so fortunate. There will be childless couples who will grow old alone. Some will end up being abandoned financially or emotionally, or even both. Perhaps their families are financially strapped or have no time to care for them. Some will go senile or suffer from dementia, and their families just won't be able to handle it. Still, others will be forced to live out their end of days alone, vulnerable to abuse and neglect, unloved, sad, and confused. In an aging society like ours, the issue of elderly care and the concerns that come with it will continue to be a problem. The question is, who is responsible? Society or family?
Wow. I've got a tear in my eye. Now, joining us tonight to talk about taking care of the elderly, please welcome Rahimah Rahim, Daniel Boy, and Brian Wong. Hi guys, welcome to The Five Show.
Hello. And also, we have to introduce our favorite celebrity lawyer, Rudy Marikana. Rudy.
Okay, let's start with Daniel. Daniel, we hear that you have made special plans with your brother to take care of your parents. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, that's right. My brother and I are building a pair of 7 detached houses. So my dad and my mom are going to be staying with my brother, but at least I'm going to be close at hand. So when my brother is at work or when I'm traveling, at least there's someone to take care of them as well. And we're preparing for our own old age as well because I'm 50 this year, my brother's 45, so we need to start preparing as well.
Wow.
So better to start now than never, than later.
It's very good. Good forward planner, you.
Thank you.
So what about you, Brian? What are your plans for your mom?
My plans? Like always, since my dad passed away when I was 26, I become the man of the family, And from then until now, I've always placed my mom as my first priority. And it will be till the day I am no more.
So anyway, Rudy, we've noticed that our guests are very filial. But what about those who are not?
Yeah.
In fact, if you watched the video just now and if you're not moved by it, something must be terribly wrong. We realize that we have an aging population, but we all keep on saying that. But are we taking steps to ensure that their golden years become something so pleasant and wonderful? Many of us have chosen to wash our hands, best known to you while you're doing that. But a lot of children out there are actually doing their work. And for that, we should be saying thank you to them, because either through education or to whatever means, we know that we cannot force our children to take care. Yeah. We hope that we have raised them well, we have educated them, and we have given them enough religion that they automatically want to do that joyful job.
Yeah.
But you can't force it.
So what
there is no law.
There's no law.
There is no law which says you must visit your parent, you must come and see her during Chinese New Year. There's no such law.
How about maintenance and looking after your elderly parents? Let's say about paying for the household bills, food, and etc.
Okay, this is very sensitive. If you have raised your child beautifully, you have spent as much money as you could for his betterment. When you are aging and you're helpless, he just chooses not to have anything to do with you. What can you do? Now, a lot of you out there are actually thinking, what can we do? Well, thankfully, we have legislation.
Oh.
Now, what is the legislation concerned with here? We can now, it's called the Maintenance of Parents Act. It says, if you are 60 or above, and you are not able to take care of your basic needs, and you have children who have money and can rightfully take care of you, and they are not doing that job, then you go to the tribunal and you get help. Now, again, I say this is very sensitive, because it's very painful for a parent to force the child to come to court and do that job, which he ought to do automatically.
And on top of that, acknowledge the fact that your children
Are
are not what you
contributing, right?
thought
Yes.
you brought them out to be.
I just need to ask you, what do you do at the tribunal? Because it sounds like a tribunal cannot actually force someone to do it, right? I mean, it's all about, what is it? Conciliation or something like that, is it?
When they say conciliation, they simply means, son, let's talk. Mother is not well. Mother needs money. You have the money. Would you like to help her? Some children will say, do I care? I don't really care. That's her business. We have people like that. So again, if the conciliatory process does not work, then the tribunal will initiate the proceedings. And by then, they have no choice. In other words, please try and resolve this amicably.
But what if the parent
No.
has been really horrible? Like they are abusive parents.
There
you
are
know.
always two sides to a story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just not about the kids. Maybe the parents could be really nasty.
Brian, I love this question because many children who have come to the tribunal will say exactly that. My father was irresponsible. My father ran away with someone off to an offshore island. We know which island that is. Shall remain nameless. And my father was always running away. Now he's helpless. Why on earth should I be doing it?
Right.
You cannot force a child to do something if he doesn't want to do. But I will say this to you, two wrong doesn't make a right. Your father, as irresponsible as he may have been, you are now okay. Would you like to at least have some compassion? Get that anger away.
Be the better person.
If you have so much hatred, it's going to eat you up anyway. If you just give him $100 and say, good luck to you, Dad, I'm doing this out of my own good-heartedness, he will naturally feel the shame. But we are not here to teach anybody a lesson. We are here to do our job as children, no matter how bad they have been.
What does Rahima have to say about this?
Yes.
Yeah, I took care of my late parents, so we took turns, my brother and my sisters, so until they are in heaven now.
But was it a difficult journey?
It was, but it's more of a sacrifice, but because they are our parents, you see.
Can I address these two words which you just used? One, sacrificed. I have to make the sacrifices. Sometimes the parent can be difficult.
Yeah.
Have we forgotten the beauty of when we were young?
Yes.
How much
How they
sacrifices they
sacrificed
made.
for us.
Yeah.
How troublesome we were. I will tell you this, Rahima. I can never be what I am today without their help.
Yes.
And now that they are gone,
Yeah, we miss
just like my mom,
Yeah.
you feel wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful because you have done your
Complete.
job.
Yeah, complete. Yeah.
Wonderful because you know that when the funeral was on, you were crying only because you will never see this person again. Not because you have not done your job.
Yeah. Or regret.
You know what? Our next story is based on a real case of a resident from the AWA Senior Community Home. To keep things private, we have changed the names and ages of the people involved.
Now, Madam Aini is an 80-year-old widow. She has 2 daughters and a son. In 1992, she was persuaded by her second daughter to sell her 3-room flat and to move in with that daughter so that she could help take care of her 2 grandsons.
Mom, I heard the good news. After selling your flat, you got 100,000. So 50,000 is mine and 50,000 is yours. But you have to keep your 50,000 safe.
How?
I know. By opening a joint account with me. All you have to do is just sign here. Sign here.
But you know I cannot read and write, right?
Oh yes, Mom. You can't read or write. Okay, you know I have a solution for that. All you have to do is give me your thumb. Come, Mom, give me your thumb. All you have to do is 1 and 2. It's done, Mom. You have a joint account with me.
What will happen to Madam Aini? Find out after the break. Plus, the viral video about the old lady that was slapped. Madam Aini is an 80-year-old widow who was persuaded by her second daughter to sell her 3-room flat. Being illiterate, Madam Aini had no clue that she had been cheated of her money till 4 years later.
Maya, where are all my money, Maya? It's all gone. My friend said
what,
all
Mom,
gone.
What? Slow down and tell me, what's wrong?
My money all gone, bank.
So what? You asked me to open a joint account with you, right? So my money is my money, but your money is also my money.
Maya, I'm left with $2,000 only, you know.
$2,000 you can use for the next 10 years. Don't worry. Anyways, I needed money for gambling, so I did that. And now, don't make a fuss about it because I'm on an important call. And if you make too much of a fuss, I will fight.
Wow, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know, Madam Aini was eventually referred to the AWA Community Home. She was found to be an elder abuse case. Whenever Madam Aini refused to give her daughter money to gamble, her daughter would become hostile or violent.
Oh dear. Now, before we talk more about that reenactment, let's welcome someone who can give us more insight into the case. Please welcome Director for AWA Health and Senior Care, Mr. Keith Lee. Hi Keith, welcome to the Five Show.
Thank you
Hello,
for inviting
Keith.
me.
Hello. Welcome. I hope you're comfortable there.
Not too bad, the seats.
Not too bad. It's not good enough. So anyway, we want to go back to our wonderful celebrity guests here. How do you all feel seeing Madam Aini's case?
I think I'm quite shocked by it, but reality of the situation is, things like that do exist, things like that do occur. Keith, you deal with these cases all the time. Is this very widespread?
Not sure, should I say fortunately, unfortunately. It stands around 15% of our cohort of clients that we've seen in our senior community home.
That is actually
That's quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Most of the few common scenarios will be sell off the flats, they will invest, they will look after them for life, they will love them forever.
The promise.
Yes, but it doesn't happen that way.
So in a
no.
case like this, can they sue for parental support using that law?
Or talking about Sue, Rudy, you answered that question.
I certainly will. First thing, when your child tells you, Dad, you're getting old, you might as well stay with us. And then you realize, is this really love or is there really an agenda? Now, it's difficult to come to a conclusion, but the safer thing to do is to say, son, guess what? I really like staying with you, but we'll rent out our flat. I am not going to sell my flat, but a large majority of cases I see, and it's very heartbreaking for me, is when children come and they are so convincing, Mom, really, you ought to move in with us. And Mom bite on the bait. 3 months after staying with the family, the daughter-in-law gets on her nerve. The mother-in-law finds herself in a position where she cannot go anywhere because the money, sadly, has been a joint account. You, out of all your own kind-heartedness, say, right, let's have it as a joint account with my daughter. what happens if my daughter misappropriate the whole money? Can I go to the police and say, my daughter did this? The police will say, you were the one who consented to have her name there. This is why I say, as much as we love our children, but there are children out there, I don't know how they live with themselves, but they do things like that. So what is the message? Don't sell your flat, and I think the government will agree on this. Rent out your flat, rent out or do whatever you can.
Okay, but I think I've got a question for Keith here. Let's say that you know of someone in this position. It's not like your parents, but you know of someone who's doing that to their parents. What can be done?
I think most importantly, the first thing is, you know this is not right. Approach someone professional for help. Or the simplest answer now in the market is civil service officers. So approach them. They're actually located at community centers. Seek them for help. They will find appropriate bodies. If nearest to your place there's a family service center, approach them.
It's silver service, not civil service, right?
Yes, it's silver.
Silver, okay.
Silver, because elderly, silver years, you know.
Anyway, recently there was a video that showed another case of abuse of elderly people. Remember the one where the poor old lady got slapped? Terrible, I tell you, terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible, I tell you. Play.
Okay, mah. Dapat mah. Dia sepak mah. Dapat. Anak dia sepak dia. Dapat lagi mah. Dapat lagi. Dapat lagi mah. Dapat.
Rahima, you obviously have not seen it before, right?
No, first time I saw that.
How do you feel?
I slapped her, right?
You will slap the younger girl, is it?
That's
I
terrible.
chased her with a broom.
And how do you feel, Daniel?
I'm really
shocked.
quite shocked.
I'm very
Yeah.
shocked.
I mean, although I think there are two sides to a story, but that doesn't warrant abusing an elder person.
Yes,
you know?
shouldn't, you know?
Brian seems very calm and collected. But what are your thoughts?
I'm not calm and collected. I'm just trying to mask my displeasure because seriously, you can see that the old lady, she could hardly stand.
Yeah.
And then, bleep me. You know, but it's just wrong. You know, it is so wrong. I remember watching that on one of the social medias, and the first thought that came to my mind was that actually have the impulse to actually locate the place and go there
And slap the girl.
not to slap her because that would make better words, you know, but to see what we can do to
help.
the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
lady, you know, because but of course again, you know, because there are so much things that being shared on the social medias, and then you start to wonder, is this for real? There is always the question mark there,
Especially on social media.
Exactly.
I think we need to understand that while we are young, we seem to be repetitively ask our parents about what is this. So parents has been very patient with you. But when they start to be an elder, a senior, you somehow being a parent as well, you lost the patience to your parent. So this is a reflective mode we need to understand. Probably the ecosystem, the services around is very helpful for elder care. Looking at the growing population moving forward, it is definitely very important what are the services resources around. It is very evident that social interaction will actually increases any of an individual's quality of life.
Yeah.
Because having a few more friends, I don't need to keep sticking onto my children. I got a few more friends. But again, having too many friends will not keep on increasing your quality of life because you get much more complex really. So
Right, so you
having
need the right
adequately enough, you are comfortable. You are more than happy.
Well, I really hope that old lady is all right, and the police, we do believe, are looking into the matter. Now, our next scenario is one many of us will face eventually at some stage of our lives. Simran, Raj and Manjit are siblings. Their aged parents have recently become frail and can no longer live by themselves. They will need someone to look after them.
Anjali, baby, please make sure you have your lunch and do your homework. I'll be home soon. Tell your brother to get ready. We have to go to math tuition at 3 p.m. All right? Please take care.
Yeah, look, just tell them that if the shipment is not here by 2 p.m., the deal is off. Yeah, and get my secretary to book a flight to Shanghai tomorrow. Yeah, business class, please. I've got a presentation in HQ. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, you want to come over, watch a movie? I can't, man. Partied a bit too hard last night.
Which of these siblings do you think will end up being the primary caregiver of their aged parents? Find out after the break. Simran, Raj and Manjit are siblings. Their aged parents have recently become frail and can no longer live by themselves. They will need someone to look after them.
Okay, so let's figure this out. Who are Papa and Mummy going to stay with?
Well, don't look at me. I have my own responsibility. I have 4 kids, and for some strange reason, one of my kids look Caucasian.
Why are you exaggerating? You only have 3 children, okay?
Well, you forget that my husband is like my kid. I'm married to Hrithik Roshan. Well, you have no responsibilities. Your wife is like a career-loving woman.
Exactly. She loves her career. I love my career. We are not even in the country half the time. How are you going to be here to look after the parents?
You. What? You. Don't you me. Why me?
Because you're not dating anybody, nobody wants to date you, and you have no responsibilities.
Yeah, you have nobody to care for. Your house is so big. You got so much space. I think it's the best that they stay with you.
But
Don't worry, we'll take care of the finances, you take care of the parents.
Exactly.
But my friends, they
Your
come
friends will think you are such a filial son for looking after your parents. And don't worry, okay? I'll help get my secretary to book us a domestic helper to help you look after Papa and Mummy.
It's all settled, you will take care of the parents, and for now, you practice taking care of my kid. Alright,
no,
come.
no.
There you go. Oh my God. You're such a good boy. Take care of my kid. I'm going shopping.
This is...
Hey, don't party too hard. You've got a baby now, and it's a Caucasian baby.
How? What? Do you know how long I've been trying to avoid this?
Do you think it's a common scenario where the single sibling will end up having to look after the elderly parents?
Well, why you ask him? He's got a brother. But okay, what do you think?
I'm the only single one left in the family. Yeah,
See?
but we share our duties. You know, my brother and his wife will take care of my parents. They live with him, and we take care of our parents as well. That's why we're building a house together.
Right.
You know, but I do think it is the convenient way out. If you're single, you've got no responsibilities, you've got no family, you are the natural one that they will shove the parents on.
Why? Because they're already so busy with their children?
I think it's just a convenient excuse, and nobody wants to have that hassle of taking care of aged people, because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of responsibility as well, you know?
Right.
You know, there are many children out there, they find it very difficult financially to look after their parents. So, Keith, what kind of support is out there?
Actually, looking after the senior is not that costly if the senior is healthy. So that would be save a fair bit of cost.
But if they're not?
2 scenarios. First is if it's a healthy senior, make them to be actively social. So make more friends, coffee, talking, etc.
It's good for them as well.
Exactly. So if the seniors happens to be not so healthy, then there are resources and financial services available. Like I mentioned earlier on, the SSOs are one of the good people you can approach to ask for financial help. If not, the services itself will usually have subsidies to help. Take it, and unhealthy seniors will require rehab services. So majority of the services available will be willing to help needy clients. Take it even is dementia daycare centers. There are resources available to help them to subsidize the cost as well. So by resources itself, Singapore, there's a lot of suite of services. The only thing is, did we manage to go and find out, or did we step up to understand what is required for your loved ones?
Okay,
that.
thank you very much, Keith.
Get that, Mr. Kutio?
Yeah, very active. That's why I still come to MediaCorp every day.
That is true.
Anyway, that's all we have for you tonight. You can find out more at caregiversconnect.sg.
That's right. We want to say a big thank you to all our wonderful celebrity guests, Rahima Rahim, Daniel Boy, and Brian Wong.
Thank you. And of course, our wonderful experts, Mr. Rudy Marikan, and Mr. Keith Lee, as well as Simran, Raj, and Manjit for helping us with the reenactments.
Now, tomorrow night, you got to join us. It's all about why parents should be careful what they say and do in front of their kids. We'll see you then.
Good night. Okay, I go toilet now. Bye-bye.